Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fisher Field at Baldwin Wallace University. It's NCAA Division III Regional Tournament baseball action as the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and the Catholic University of America Cardinals play in an elimination game this morning. The winner moves on to play the final game of the evening against the losing team in the Penn State Barron-Adrian matchup, which will come your way at noon. Game 4 is at noon again between Penn State Barron and Adrian, and Game 5, roughly a 3:30 start in an elimination game. Either Baldwin Wallace or Catholic will advance to that contest. Baldwin Wallace comes in as the number 1 seed. They took a 10-4 loss to Penn State Barron yesterday to fall to 36-9 on the season. Catholic University fell to Adrian 5-2. And it fell to 31-13 on the season. The winner moves on to today's Game 5. The losing team has their dream of a national championship come up short as they will end their season. Baldwin Wallace will be the away team on the scoreboard. They lost a coin toss after the games yesterday. Catholic University of America will be the home team in this contest. And Catholic University has taken the field. And their lineup in the outfield, Mitchell Johnson is in left, Sammy Berman in center, and Jack Elwell in right field. Across the infield at first base, Zach Burton. The second baseman is Derek Zalesnik. The third baseman is Jesse Layfield. At short, Matt Perlin. Behind the plate, they have Steve Thomas. And on the mound, Cody Bozak. Catholic University will be in their black uniforms with red and white trim around the sleeves, Catholic written across the front in red letters with white outline, and they have red and white numbers on the fronts and backs of the jerseys with black baseball caps. The Yellow Jackets will be in their road grays with brown and gold trim down the sides of the jerseys, gold numbers trimmed in brown, and Jackets written across the front of the jersey in gold trimmed in brown. Once again, the winning team here today moves on to Game 5, which will be the third and final game of the evening here at Baldwin Wallace. And the losing team will have their season come to an end. Coming to the plate for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets to lead it off today is number 45, Joey Marisek. Marisek came into the tournament hitting .363. Had a slow start at the plate yesterday, but looking to get the Yellow Jackets going early. And he takes a called first pitch strike on the inside corner. Bozak's second offering. He's bunted beautifully down the third base line. Great play on the by the third baseman, Lacefield, to, in one stride, pick up the ball and fire a strike down to first base for the out, beating Marisek by a half a step. What a great play right there by Lacefield. And we have the designated hitter for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets hitting out of the 2-hole today. That would be Mally Kilbane. Kilbane looks at a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Bozak has made 8 appearances for Catholic coming into today, 6 starts, 1 complete game. He also has a save. He has a 4-1 record over 45 innings of work. He has allowed just 27 hits, 11 runs, 6 of which were earned, and 15 walks against 54 strikeouts. He has a sterling 1.20 earned run average. Bozak's next pitch is lined over the head of the shortstop in the left center field for a hit. Mally Kilbane getting the Yellow Jackets on the base paths early. Coming to the plate for the Yellow Jackets, the third baseman, number 14, Nick Clark, one of the southpaw hitters in this Yellow Jacket lineup. He'll bat with a man on base as Kilbane's on with a single. The first pitch is low and outside, ball one. Bozak's pitch swung on and hit deep to right field. That ball is gone for a home run for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. BW takes a quick 2-0 lead over Catholic with that two-run homer from Nick Clark. Clark sat on the pitch and absolutely smoked it over the wall in right field. That ball landed well east of the fence here at Fisher Field. And now Max Anastasio looks to keep the good times rolling for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets as he steps in to the batter's box. Anastasio takes on the inside or off the inside corner for a ball. Bozak looking to regather himself after giving up the early runs for the Yellow Jackets. Next pitch off the outside corner for a ball. Bozak with a long, deep breath on the mound. Wines, fires, and Anastasio hits it to right field. And it will be snagged by Elwell for the out. That'll bring up Dennis Rittlinger-Nyrider, the center fielder for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. Bozak's first offering, check swing, couldn't hold up. That's a strike. Bozak's 0-1 offering, low and outside, and will even the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, check swing. He held up that time. Ball was high and outside, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch swung on and smoked past the coach's box into the Yellow Jacket bullpen foul. And somebody's water jug looked like it got knocked over in the process. So the 2-2 now, check swing. And that's high and outside. That runs the count full at 3-2. Bozak's pitch rung up on the outside corner, strike three. That'll end the Yellow Jacket half of the first inning, but not before They take a 2-run lead thanks to Nick Clark's 2-run blast to right field. That scored he and Mally Kilbane, who was on base with a single. The first hitter up for Catholic University is their catcher, Steve Thomas. Thomas came into the weekend hitting .323 with 54 hits and 167 at-bats. And 15 of those hits went for extra bases, 10 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs. He takes a look at a first pitch strike on the outside corner from Vince Dolcemasio for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. Check swing, called strike 2. 1-2 now. Dolcemasio is ahead in the count. Thomas takes a step out of the batter's box, regathers himself, and takes a call. 3rd strike. He's set down looking. Now, number 8, Zach Burton, is up. Taking a look at the line on Dolcemasio coming into the game. He's made 15 appearances with 11 starts. He has a 7-2 record with 2 saves, 1 complete game. Over 72 innings of work, he's allowed 75 hits. Grounder to Terzola. He fires over to Anastasio, and that's the second out of the inning. Mitchell Johnson comes up now for Catholic University. The further line on Dolcemasio. He's allowed 40 runs, 31 of which are earned, 14 walks against 59 strikeouts, has a 7.38 Ks per 9 innings average with a 3.88 earned run average. The first pitch is in there for a called strike. Dolcemacio's second pitch in there as well. He's quickly ahead 0-2, 1 pitch away from setting down the Catholic University of America Cardinals in order. The wind and the fire just off the outside corner. 1-2. Swing and a foul at the plate to the backstop. We'll do it again at 1-2. Dolcemacio's pitch in there for called. Strike 3, rung him up on the outside corner. And Catholic University goes 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts looking. We're going to step aside for a break right here on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. When we come back, second inning action between the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and the Catholic University of America Cardinals in the NCAA Division III Regional Tournament. Welcome back to Fisher Field, everyone. It's NCAA Division III baseball regional tournament action as the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and Catholic University Cardinals battle it out in this elimination game. Baldwin Wallace with a 2-0 lead, courtesy of a Nick Clark. First inning, 2-run home run. Yellow Jackets back in the batter's box, looking to build on that lead. And Noah English takes a first pitch ball off the outside corner of the plate, working against Cody Bozak, who had a sterling 1.20 earned run average coming into the game today. Bozak's next offering in there for a called strike. That'll even the count at 1-1. Steve Thomas, the catcher, airmailed the throw back to Bozak, and he had to get some assistance from Derek Zalesnik, the second baseman, to track down that ball. And now he'll get a new baseball altogether. The next offering, low. Ball 2. English checks up and takes a ball. It's 3-1 now. Good hitters count. The Yellow Jackets looking to do what they couldn't yesterday. After a hot start in the first inning, they did not score another run. They're looking to take the hot start today and keep the good momentum going, and that's exactly what Catholic is trying to prevent, having seen what the Yellow Jackets did yesterday. That last pitch caught the outside corner. That'll run the count full. 3-2. Bozak's pitch. Swung on and fouled. Straight back. We'll do it again at 3-2. Bozak's pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back once again. The 3-2 from Bozak. Swung on and fouled straight back in the exact same spot for a third straight time. Noah English putting up quite the fight in there. And so is Bozak. Credit him, too. He's not giving in 1 inch either. Good battle here. 8-pitch at bat. And now the final pitch just off the outside corner for a walk. Noah English with the leadoff free pass. And they'll bring up the right fielder for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets, Brandon Jelpe. Jelpe came into the weekend hitting .291 with 32 hits and 110 at-bats, 5 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, and 16 runs batted in. First pitch from Bozak. Runner is off. Noah English gets in underneath the throw that was wide of the bag, so he has a stolen base. Thomas's throw was a little high and wide of the bag. Credit shortstop Matt Perlin for keeping that ball on the infield. Jelpe squares the bunt, pulls it back. It's low and outside for a ball. Bozak's pitch in there for a called strike. Bosek with a long look down at second base. Catholic bluffing the second base cover. Now Jelpe squares the bunt. He pops it straight up, and it is caught by the third baseman, Jesse Lacefield, on a slide with a backhanded catch. That was a great play. That was also a smart play by Lacefield because he not only caught the ball but had the presence of mind to hold his mitt up, not just so the umpire could see that he had the ball, but so that he didn't roll over on his wrist and injure himself. Excellent play all the way around by Lacefield. So that will bring Mark Monique, the backstop for the Yellow Jackets, the catcher, to the plate. Takes a called first pitch strike. One down here in the top half of the second inning. Bosek's pitch, low and inside, leaving the count at 1-1. Bosek checks second. The shortstop lurking behind the bag. He'll back off. And Monique will take a called second strike. It's a 1-2 count now. And Catholic University imploring a shift. They have 3 defenders on the right side of the infield. The second baseman's in short right field. And Perlin, the shortstop, is behind the bag almost directly. Bosek's 1-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's 2 Ks for him in 2 innings of pitched. And that'll bring the number 9 hitter in the Yellow Jacket lineup to the plate, Matt Terzola, the shortstop. He'll be hitting with 2 outs now. The runner in scoring position. And he takes an inside pitch for a ball. Bosek checks second base, comes to the plate. It's swung on and hit to left field. And it's over the head of the left fielder. That'll score another run for the Yellow Jackets. Terzola around first, digging for second. And he's in with an RBI stand-up double. That'll bring the Yellow Jackets back to the top of the order for Joey Marisek. He bunted into a ground out in the first inning, and Jesse Lacefield, he's having himself a great defensive game. We'll give him all the credit in the world because he made a play charging the ball, picked it up with his mitt in one fluid motion, transferred it to his throwing arm, and then fired a perfect strike down to first base to retire Marisek in the top of the first, and then he just made a sliding catch in foul territory on a bunt attempt. Earlier in the second inning, Marisek looked at a first pitch strike. Now Bosek with a long look at second base before coming home with the delivery. Swing and a miss. Caught Marisek looking at a slider on the outside. And quickly, Marisek's in an 0-2 hole. Bosek's pitch swung on, hit to the right side of the infield. It will get into foul territory where the first baseman, Burton, will track it down for the third and final out of the inning. But the Yellow Jackets played a run on 2 hits, or rather played a run on 1 hit, and have increased their lead to 3-0 over the Catholic University Cardinals. Well, we have this opportunity. Want to remind you that today's NCAA Division III regional tournament baseball games are being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. University Hospitals, Straczynski Sports Medicine Institute, proud official healthcare provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, a great place before or after any Yellow Jacket event. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. You're enjoying today's NCAA regional baseball games on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. The designated hitter, Logan Elbacher, is up at the plate for Catholic. He'll lead it off here in the bottom half of the second inning. He fouled off the first pitch from Dolce Mascio down the third base line. Now he hits one right into the gap in right center field. That's going to get down and roll all the way to the wall. Elbacher hustling for second, and he will hold up there with a leadoff stand-up double. That'll bring up center fielder Sammy Berman. And Berman came into the NCAA tournament hitting .309 with 47 hits and 152 at-bats, 12 doubles, 2 triples, 5 home runs, and 34 RBI, which was tied for third on the team. The left-hander swings and misses at a pitch off the outside corner for a strike. He's quickly behind 0-1. Dolce gets him to swing and foul one off at the plate, and it's an 0-2 count. And he fouled it off of the Yellow Jacket catcher, Mark Monique, the umpire. Doing the catcher a solid, walking the ball back out to the pitcher's mound, giving Monique a chance to collect himself. And Dolce Masio's 0-2 pitch is on the way, and it's high and outside. Ball 1-2. Elbacher standing at second base. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the second inning. Catholic University looking to cut into a 3-0 lead held by the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. Dolce Masio's pitch off the outside corner once again, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Dolce Mascio checks second, checks it again, comes to the plate, and it's a liner hit to center field. It will hold up enough for the Yellow Jacket center fielder to make a diving catch. Rittlinger Nyrider with a beautiful play. The runner tags and goes to third. The Yellow Jackets hustle back to second base and call for an official review, and the official says the runner is safe at third. He did not leave early. Great play in center, though, by Rittlinger Nyrider to secure the catch on a diving run. And now Coach Brian Harrison for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets has come out of the dugout to talk to the first base umpire about that play, whether or not the runner did officially tag up or not. And the call will stand as made on the field. The runner did advance safely on the tag up to third base. So there's a runner on third with one out here in the bottom half of the second inning. And coming up to the plate is the third baseman, Jesse Lacefield. He swings and lines it into right field for an RBI single. Lacefield having himself a ball game already, and we're only in the second inning. He's made 2 outstanding plays defensively on bunt attempts by the Yellow Jackets, and he just drove in Catholic University's first run of the game with a single to right field. That'll bring up the second baseman, number 12, Derek Zalesnik. So 1 on, 1 out, 1 in for Catholic University. And potential for more with Zalesnik. He lifts a fly ball to center field, and it will drop in front of Rittlinger Nyrider for a base hit. That'll move Lacefield up to second. Now that's 3 hits in 4 at-bats thus far for the Cardinals in the second inning. And really, it could very easily have been 4 straight hits to lead off this inning as Rittlinger Nyrider made an outstanding diving catch on at the end of a dead run in center field to record the first out of the inning. Now right fielder Jack Elwell, number 32, steps into the box with 2 runners on and 1 down here in the bottom half of the second inning. He swings and fouls off the first offering from Dolce Masio. Chamasio's second offering swung on and missed off the outside corner, got him to chase. Yellow Jacket Jr. right-hander checks second, steps off, throws, and is a half a second too late as Lacefield is able to get back in time. Dolcemasio will check second once more. Come to the plate, and it's a fly ball lifted to left field, and that will fall in for a single. Throw down to third. Not in time as the runner had to hold up till the ball hit the turf. Marisek checked up on the ball as he was charging in, and it dropped in for a single. 3 straight hits now for the Catholic University Cardinals. And Matt Perlin, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, the shortstop, will head to the plate with the bases loaded and only 1 out. So an opportunity here for Catholic University to do some damage against the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. Dolcemasio's pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. Ahead in the count, Dolcemasio winds and fires, swing and a miss, strike 2. Dolcemasio winds and fires, and Perlin takes off the outside corner. Whew. You don't want to take too many of those pitches in that bat. But Perlin now at a 1-2 count. And the pitch is just off the outside corner. That'll even things at 2-2. The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Dolcemasio helps himself out with the strikeout, and now he's 1 out away from limiting the damage for Catholic University. But not before a visit from one of the Yellow Jacket assistant coaches. Bases loaded, 2 down here in the bottom half of the second inning. And the catcher for Catholic University, Steve Thomas, will be at the plate with a chance to really do some damage. He's 1 swing away from either ending the inning, potentially, if he makes an out, or giving Catholic a lead here, if he's able to find a gap. Thomas, a .323 hitter during the regular season. And he swings and lines one to the gap in right center field. That should clear him. Rittlinger Nyrider throws it into second base, and it won't clear him, but it'll tie the score as it drives in 2. We're even at 3. Jesse Lacefield and Derek Zalesnik come home, and we're even at 3. 5 hits in the inning for Catholic University, and now 2 more RBI for Steve Thomas. He's in the mid-20s in that category this season. Good 2-out hit, and there's still opportunities for more as Zach Burton comes to the plate. He swings and fouls one into the parking lot. Quickly down 0-1. Bolchamascio fires, and it's grounded, foul, down the third baseline, 0-2. Bolchamascio winds and fires. It's grounded to third. Fired over to Anastasio at first, and that will end the inning, but not before Catholic University draws even with the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. They plate 3, and we are tied heading into the top half of the third inning. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, third inning action for you on bwyellowjackets.com and OAC TV. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fisher Field at Baldwin Wallace University. We head to the bottom of the top of the third inning with the score even at 3, as Baldwin Wallace has scored 2 and 1 in their first 2 plate appearances in Catholic University after going 1-2-3 in the first, plated 3 in the second, courtesy of 5 hits in the inning. Mally Kilbane, the number 2 hitter in the Yellow Jacket lineup, up at the plate. He's down 0-1. After taking a called first pitch strike from Cody Bosak. Bosak winds and fires. Kilbane checks. And an appeal down to first, and the umpire says he went. So that's quickly 0-2 on Kilbane. Bosak's 0-2 offering. Check swing. That's off the outside corner, and the appeal down to first. Different call this time. The umpire says he did not go. So 1-2 now is the count. Bosak's 1-2 offering is in there for a called strike 3. Mally Kilbane set down on strikes. That'll bring up Nick Clark, who put the Yellow Jackets in front 2-0 with a home run in the top half of the first inning. Looks at a first pitch ball. Takes one off the outside corner that takes the glove right off of Thomas's hand. You don't often see it, but it hit him at the top of the glove, and enough force behind it that it knocked the glove right off of his hand. So 2-0 now on Clark. 3 defenders to the right side of the infield. That pitch crossed up Thomas as well, and it was off the outside corner. 3 balls and no strikes. Clark in a great hitter's count. Bosek's 3-0. In there for a called strike. Clark was taken all the way. The 3-1 pitch is on the way. And in there for a called strike. The string is out. It's 3-2. Bosek winds and fires, and it's off the outside corner for a ball. That's a walk. And the Yellow Jacket will have a one-out base runner with their first baseman and cleanup hitter, number 27, Max Anastasio, coming to the plate. Anastasio flied out to right field in the first inning. Throw over to first, and Clark is back with a dive. Bosek checks the runner down at first once more. Comes to the plate with a delivery. It's in there for a called strike. Bosek's next offering swung on it, missed. Anastasio swung through the pitch and is now in an 0-2 count. Bosek's pitch on the outside corner, strike 3. Home plate umpire rung him up. That's a second strikeout looking of the inning by the Yellow Jackets, and will bring up Dennis Rittlinger-Nyrider. Rittlinger-Nyrider 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking in the first inning. It's now 4 strikeouts for Bosek. First pitch in there for a called strike against the Yellow Jacket southpaw hitter. Throw over to first. Clark back with a head first dive. No tag applied. Bosek paying close attention to Nick Clark. Clark on the run. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. And that will send Clark back to first. Clark with 7 stolen bases on the year coming into the NCAA tournament. He hasn't been caught yet. Swinging a foul at the plate by Rittlinger-Nyrider. He's down in the count. Clark running again. Rittlinger-Nyrider hits it into right center field. And the center fielder for Catholic, Berman, will settle underneath it and corral the out, the third and final out of the inning. Baldwin Wallace unable to plate a run. They leave one runner stranded. That was Nick Clark, who drew a one-out walk. So Catholic University will look to keep the good times rolling after what was a stellar second inning. They scored 3 runs on 5 hits, including 2 doubles from Elbacher to lead it off, and then a 2-run double by the number 1 hitter in the lineup, catcher Steve Thomas. And they did most of their damage going to right field. 2 opposite field hits and 1 by a left-handed hitter into the gap in right center field. 3 of the 5 hits for Catholic University went to right center field in that bottom of the second inning. Leading off for Catholic, it'll be Mitchell Johnson, the left fielder. So hitters number 3, 4, and 5, the heart of the order for Catholic, will be up in the third as they look to take their first lead of the day and break a 3-3 tie on the scoreboard. Dolcemasio's first pitch hit into the gap in right center field on a dead run. The Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets won't catch up to that one as Thomas goes yard with the home run. Just to the left of the 375-foot sign, and just like that, Catholic University is in front. A tip of the helmet between he and Elbacher to celebrate the home run. And now Elbacher, who had a double and scored a run in that second inning, comes to the plate. Dolcemasio winds and fires, and it's off the outside corner for a ball. The 1-0 pitch, wide of the plate, ball 2. Looked like he changed his delivery on that, went to more of a sidearm approach on that second pitch. Didn't serve him well as it went wide of the catcher's mitt. Elbacher ahead 2-0 in the count. Dolcemasio's pitch grounded too short. Terzola fires over to Anastasio to record the out. The first out of the inning. That'll bring up center fielder Sammy Berman, who's 0 for 1. He lined out in the second inning, but it's kind of a misnomer as he hit it right on the screws, and it took Dennis Rittlinger-Nyrider in center field to make a diving catch at the end of a long run to prevent him from getting a hit. First offering was off the plate. Second one catches the outside corner. They even the count at 1-1. Dolcemasio's 1-1 pitch off the outside corner, 2-1. Two one on the way, off the outside corner, 3-1. Good hitters count now for Sammy Berman. Dolcemacio's 3-1, swung on and fouled to the screen. That'll run the count full at 3-2. Three-two offering. In there for a call. Strike 3. Berman set down on strikes, and that's 2 down here in the bottom half of the third inning. Jesse Lacefield, the third baseman, will come up. He's 1 for 1 with a single, an RBI single, and a run scored in that bottom half of the second inning. Dolcemacio's first pitch swung on, grounded to Anastasio at third. Anastasio in a foot race will take it to the bag himself and record the out to end the threat in the third inning, but not before Catholic University of America takes a 1-run lead, 4-3, on a solo leadoff home run over the 375-foot sign by Mitchell Johnson. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, fourth inning action for you right here from Fisher Field at Baldwin Wallace University. Welcome back to Fisher Field, everyone. Matt Florjancic on the call of today's NCAA Division III Regional Baseball Tournament elimination game between the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and Catholic University of America Cardinals. Heading into the top half of the fourth inning, Baldwin Wallace trailing 4-3 against the Cardinals. Cody Bosak's first pitch of the inning is on the inside corner for a strike. He's working against Noah English, the Yellow Jackets second baseman. Bosak's 0-1 pitch, wide and low for a ball. That'll leave an account at 1-1. Bosak's next offering fouled off into the parking lot next to Fisher Field. English down in the count 1-2. Bosak gets the sign. Comes to the plate. Swung on and hit into left center field for a single. English with a big turn at first base. He'll slam on the brakes and head back to the bag. It's the second time English has led off an inning by reaching base. He reached base and scored a run in the second inning. He reached on a walk. And now, right fielder Brandon Jelpe will head to the plate. And check that. We have a pinch hitter, it looks like. Nathan Zinn will be sent in to pinch hit for the Yellow Jackets. Throw over to first. And English is in ahead of the tag with a head first dive. Bosak taking a long time. The pitch out. It'll be a ball. They're really trying to hold the runner here in English. Noah English, 2 steals on the season. Didn't get caught. The second pitch inside. Just missing Noah Zinn's right arm. So he's ahead in the count 2-0. Bosak throws over to first, and again, English back with a head first dive. The pitch to Zinn, inside, 3-0. So fantastic hitters count for Zinn. And takes ball 4 on the outside. They'll put a runner in scoring position. Nobody out here in the top half of the fourth inning. The Yellow Jackets have 2 runners on. English down at first with a leadoff single. Or rather, he's at second after a leadoff single. And then Zinn, pinch hit walk, is down at first. And that'll bring up the catcher, Mark Monike. Bosak takes a look at second, comes to the plate. Monike pulls back a bunt attempt. The 1-0 from Bosak. And once again, Monike squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes another pitch outside the strike zone as that's wide of the outside corner. Bosek comes to the plate, and Moneke fouls it off. The shortstop, Perlin, had run behind Noah English, and Bosek saw it, but elected to come to the plate with the delivery instead. Moneke squares the bunt once more, ahead in the count 2-1. He'll drop a bunt down the third baseline. Bosek off the mound, fires it down to the second baseman who was covering, Zalesnik, and that moves up the runners 90 feet each. So the sac bunt, 1-4, retires Moneke, but puts two Yellow Jackets in scoring position. English at third, Zinn at second, with Matt Terzola, the shortstop, coming up to bat. Terzola with an RBI double in the second inning. Takes a look at a first pitch strike from Bosak. And is down in the count 0-1. Bosak's next offering, off the outside corner, 1-1. A wild pitch could give the Yellow Jackets a run here. And credit Thomas for getting in the way of that one and preventing it from going to the backstop. Bosak's next offering, off the outside corner, 2-1. Bosak's pitch, swung on and grounded up the middle. It'll be an RBI, and then a throwaway from Perlin, the shortstop, allows the Yellow Jackets to get a second run and take a 5-4 lead over Catholic University. Terzola should get an RBI on the first runner to cross the plate. He won't get one on the second because that was the result of an error. And that'll bring the Yellow Jackets back to the top of the order in the form of Joey Marisek, who is 0-2. He bunted into a ground out on an excellent play by Jesse Lacefield at third base, and he fouled out to the first baseman. Marisek squares the bunt and fouls it into the Yellow Jacket dugout. Strike one. Terzola down at second base after reaching on an error and then advancing on the throw that went into the Yellow Jacket bullpen. Marisek swings and misses at the slider outside of the strike zone. He's in an 0-2 hole. The 0-2 from Bosak, swung on, grounded to short. Perlin backhands it and bobbles it. Marisek will reach base. Terzola couldn't advance. And that'll put two on for Mally Kilbane now. And now a conversation at the mound with Bosak and his infielders, as well as his backstop, Steve Thomas, excuse me. Back-to-back errors by Matt Perlin has allowed two runners to reach, and the Yellow Jackets to take a 5-4 lead and an opportunity at more damage with Mally Kilbane at the plate. Bosak with a long look down at second. Comes to the plate, double steal, and Kilbane wears one on the right wrist. He got hit by the inside pitch And that will load up the bases with one out here in the top half of the fourth inning for Nick Clark, who put one over the wall in right field in the first inning and then reached on a walk in the third. One out, and bases chock full of Jackets. Clark goes up swinging, and the ball will fall foul. So Clark is down in an 0-1 count. Lacefield gave chase, unable to secure it. So Clark stays alive. Bosak's pitch in there for a called strike. 0-2 count on Clark. He has 2 RBI on the day. Looking for more. Bosak's 0-2 is swung on and driven to right field, and this one will hook foul. Clark just out in front of it. And send it into the trees that line Fisher Field from the parking lot. Bosak winds and fires. It's high and outside for a ball. It's a 1-2 count now. The 1-2 is swung on and fouled along the third base line, and it'll be out of play. So we'll do it again at 1-2. Bosak with the 1-2 offering. Clark skies it into foul territory once again, and it will make its way out of play once more. The 1-2 is just off the inside corner for a ball. That'll even the count at 2-2. Yellow Jackets really making Bosak work here in the top of the fourth. The 2-2 is on the way. Clark grounds it foul. It just past the Yellow Jacket dugout. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Bosak already up to 76 pitches. The 2-2 swung on and fouled into the parking lot at just outside of Fisher Field. And we'll do it again at 2-2. The 2-2 just off the outside corner. That'll run the count full, 3-2. Bosak's 3-2 is swung on and hit down the line in left field. And it looks like it's going to make its way out of play again, and it will. This has been a battle of wills between Bosak and Clark, and it has been fun to watch. The unfortunate thing is somebody's going to have to lose this battle because it has been a great one. Clark has fouled off about 6 pitches in this at-bat to stay alive after getting down early in the count. Bosak's 3-2, swung on and hit into right field for an RBI base hit. 1 run is in, and that's all the Yellow Jackets will get as Marisak will check up at third. Terzola will come in for the run. An outstanding battle right there between the pitcher and the hitter. And the Yellow Jacket, number 3 hitter in the lineup, Nick Clark, comes away the victor on that one. But tip of the cap to Bosak as well, as he was outstanding in that at-bat and really made Clark work for that RBI hit. Meeting on the mound for Catholic as Max Anastasio will head to the plate for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. Bosak will stay in for now. Bases still loaded for the Yellow Jackets with 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Already 3 runs in. The Yellow Jackets with a 6-4 advantage, looking to make it more with Max Anastasio at the plate. This cleanup hitter had 8 doubles, 6 triples, and 3 home runs with 37 RBI coming into today. He grounds it to the right side of the infield. Throw down to second for 1. Relay to first in time for an inning-ending double play. The Yellow Jackets leave a couple of runners on in the top half of the 4th inning, but still plate 3 before the 4-6-3 double play ends the threat. Baldwin Wallace will take a 6-4 lead into the bottom half of the 4th inning. While we have this break in the action, I want to remind you that today's NCAA Division III Regional Tournament baseball games are being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. University Hospitals, Jasinski Sports Medicine Institute, proud official healthcare provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes, and Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's games are also brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection, LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, a great place before or after any Yellow Jacket event. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. You're enjoying today's NCAA Division III Regional Tournament baseball games on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Those 7, 8, and 9 hitters up at the plate for Catholic here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. That's Derek Zalesnik who will lead it off. He's the second baseman, and he's 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored, which came in the 2nd inning. Drops a bunt down the first base line and gets tagged out by Anastasio on the run. Great play by Anastasio right there to first of all to avoid a collision and then to apply the tag. Jack Elwell will come on. He's 1 for 1 with a single to left in that 2nd inning. He grounds the first pitch he sees through the hole at short as Terzola was over in a shift behind second, and that allowed the ball to get through uncontested for Elwell's 2nd hit of the game. 2 singles to left field. And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Catholic University as Number 2, Justin McCarthy, a 5'8 junior from North Kingstown, Rhode Island, and North Kingstown High School, will pinch hit for shortstop Matt Perlin. Dolcemasio's first pitch off the outside corner for a ball. McCarthy has appeared in 18 games for Catholic with 9 starts, just 3 hits and 32 at-bats. An .094 batting average, and he takes a second pitch that's wide of the strike zone for ball 2. He has drawn 4 walks and gotten hit twice. The second pitch is fouled into the parking lot just outside of Fisher Field. And that should even the count, or rather, throw over to first, and just in ahead of the tag was Elwell on a dive. The Yellow Jackets had that timed almost perfectly. Dolcemasio's pitch in there on the inside corner for a strike. That'll even the count at 2-2. Dolcemasio's 2-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. That'll bring us back to the top of the order with Steve Thomas, who had a 2-run double in that bottom half of the second inning that plated 3 runs for Catholic and drew the Cardinals even with the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets at the time. Dolcemasio was a throw over again. The tag, not in time. Good read by Dolcemasio. With the tag, got the runner on the upper back after his hand had hit the bag. Throw over again. No tag applied this time. Dolcemacio with a first pitch strike to Steve Thomas. Thomas one swing of the bat away from tying the game. Dolcemacio comes set at the belt, pitch out, throw down to first, and Elwell in safely. 1-1 count now on Steve Thomas, the Catholic University catcher. Dolcemacio's pitch off the inside corner for a ball. Thomas ahead in the count 2-1 now. Dolcemacio's next pitch misses low and outside for a ball. 3-1 count to Steve Thomas. He takes a step out of the batter's box, regathers himself, steps in, and awaits the 3-1 offering. Swung on and smoked to right center field. That's going to get down, go all the way to the wall. It's actually over the wall for a ground rule double, and that saves the Yellow Jackets a run as Elwell will be sent back to third. Fortunate break for one side in the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. Not so much for Catholic University. That ball was absolutely smoked, and with 2 outs, Elwell was hustling from the crack of the bat, and he had to get sent back to third base. Zach Burton, the first baseman, will come in with 2 down and 2 on, 2 runners in scoring position. He's grounded out to short and grounded out to third in his first 2 at-bats. He comes up swinging, hits it to third, Good scoop by the Yellow Jackets. Soft toss over to Anastasio, and that will end the threat here in the fourth inning as Catholic University leaves 2 runners on after getting 2 hits in the inning. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, 5th inning action for you here in this NCAA Division III Baseball Regional Tournament elimination game between Baldwin Wallace University and Catholic University of America. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fisher Field at Baldwin Wallace University for this NCAA Division III Regional Tournament game between Baldwin Wallace and Catholic University of America. It's an elimination game. The winner moves on and keeps their hopes of a postseason run alive. The losing team will have their season come to an end. And right now, the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets head to the top half of the 5th inning with a 6-4 advantage over Catholic University. And we have a new pitcher on the mound for Catholic University as Sam Fairhurst comes in with a 4.04 earned run average. He has a 2-0 record with 11 appearances, 5 starts, and 1 save over 35.2 innings of work. He's allowed 26 hits with 17 runs, including 16 earned, 19 walks surrendered against 27 strikeouts. He's given up 10 extra base hits, 7 doubles, 2 triples, and 1 home run, and opposing hitters are batting .202 against him. Center fielder Dennis Rittlinger-Nyrider due up for the Yellow Jackets, so hitters 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. Rittlinger-Nyrider 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking and a foul out, or a fly out to center field. Her second offering catches the outside corner. That'll even the count at 1-1. Rittlinger-Nyrider fouls off the third offering of the at-bat. Now is down in the count 1-2. Rittlinger-Nyrider swings and fouls it out of play. That'll keep the count at 1-2. The 1-2 offering from Farhurst swung on and skied into short left field. McCarthy calls for it and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. McCarthy in at short for Matt Perlin, who he spelled at the plate in the 4th inning. Noah English, the second baseman, steps in for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. He's 1 for 1. He drew a walk in the 2nd inning and came around the score after stealing a base. And then had a single in the 4th inning and also came around the score. He's ahead in the count, 1-0. And looks at a second pitch outside of the strike zone for a ball. So 2-0 count now on the Yellow Jackets second baseman. Farhurst offering, misses wide and low. 3-0 count good, hitter's count for Noah English. The 3-0 pitch misses wide. It's a 4-pitch walk issued to Noah English. Another pinch hitter for the Yellow Jackets. Zinn pinch hit for Jelpe in the 4th, and now that spot comes around. It will be Nolan Kelliker who will take these swings. Kelliker hits it into foul territory. And the out is recorded on the foul out. Credit Jesse Lacefield with the put out on the foul ball. And now the catcher for the Yellow Jackets, Mark Monike, will come up to bat with 1 runner on and 2 down here in the top half of the 5th inning. Monike swings and fouls it just wide of the on-deck circle in the gap between the circle and the Yellow Jackets dugout, which is on the first base side. Typically, the Yellow Jackets play out of the third base dugout, but they are the visiting team in this game after losing a coin toss yesterday. Runner is off. Ball misses wide. Slide, and Noah English is ahead of the tag as Thomas's throw went to the shortstop side of second base. And McCarthy on the reach over could not get there in time. So credit English with his second stolen base of the game. Runner in scoring position now. And Monike grounds it to short right field where the second baseman will scoop it up and fire it over to first to record the out. And that will do it for the Yellow Jackets here in the top half of the 5th inning. They leave a runner on base. No runs across. They still enjoy a 6-4 advantage heading into the bottom half of the 5th inning. The winner here moves on to Game 5, which will be contested with a start time roughly 3:30 p.m. They will take on the losing team in the Penn State Barron-Adrian matchup. The winner there will advance to tomorrow's championship round and needing just one victory to move on in the NCAA Division III baseball tournament. Whoever comes out on this side of the bracket will need to win twice tomorrow. They basically need to win twice today just to extend their season, and then they need to win twice tomorrow to make sure that they can play beyond this first weekend of the NCAA tournament and keep their hopes alive at getting just down the road about 40 minutes to Eastlake, Ohio at Captain Stadium, where the NCAA Division III Baseball Championship Series will be held in a couple of weeks. Leading off for Catholic, it'll be Mitchell Johnson. They will send hitters 3, 4, and 5 to the plate, so the heart of their order is up, and they face a 2-run deficit here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Johnson 1-for-2 on the day after striking out looking in the first inning. Hit a solo home run to lead off the third and briefly put Catholic ahead 4-3 at the time. The first pitch misses wide. Dolcemasio's second offering misses low. He's behind in the count 2-0. Dolcemacio's next pitch is swung on and hammered deep to left field and gone. A home run once more for Mitchell Johnson. A 2-homer day has made this a 1-run game. He did not miss that pitch. He takes his hat off and clings it with Logan Elbacher at the plate. Elbacher 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored in the second inning. He had a ground out in the third. Now it is a 1-run game here in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch fouled out of play for a strike. Dolcemacio's second pitch swung on and fouled out of play once more. And quickly, he's down in the count 0-2. Elbacher sits on the 0-2 pitch and lines it into center field for a base hit. So back-to-back hits to start this bottom half of the 5th inning for Catholic University. And that will bring Sammy Berman, the center fielder, up. Berman looking for his first hit today. He's 0 for 2 with a line out to center field and a strikeout looking. That line out is a little deceiving. He hit that ball right on the nose. And Dennis Rittlinger-Nyrider in center field made a great play. And speaking of the outfield for the Yellow Jackets, Berman will sky a pop fly into short left field, and it will be corralled for the out by Joey Marisak. That'll bring third baseman Jesse Lacefield up to the plate. Lacefield 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a run scored in the second inning. He had a ground out to first in his last plate appearance. Pitch out for a ball, and the runner is back without a throw down to first base. Dolcemacio's second pitch grounded to Terzola at short. Can't get the lead runner. He'll fire over to Anastasio and get Lacefield on the 6-3 ground out if you're scoring at home. And that's the second out of the inning. Elbacher advances to second base, but no further. Derek Zalesnik, the second baseman, comes up with 2 outs in the tying run in scoring position. Moneke heads out to the mound. 2 down here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Dolcemacio will field a ball that rolls all the way to the mound as it got away from the bullpen area here at Fisher Field. The bullpens line the first base and third base foul lines. And there is some activity going on in the Yellow Jacket pen. Moneke will head back behind the plate now. As the Yellow Jackets are charged with a mound visit. Zalesnik reached base on a single and scored in the second inning. And then he bunted into a ground out down the first base line in the 4th. Anastasio took it himself. Throw over to second base, and back with a head-first dive is Elbacher. And now Coach Harrison will head out to the mound. And it looks like this could be the end of the road for Vince Dolcemaccio.
Dolcemacio's day has reached its conclusion. The Yellow Jackets come out of the dugout to congratulate him on 4 2/3 inning of work. Over 4 2/3 innings, Dolcemacio struck out 5, allowed 10 hits, no walks, and 5 earned runs. He leaves responsible for Elbacher, who's down at second base. He can't earn the win. He didn't go 5. And he can't lose it either. He gets a no decision for his efforts today. And Jake Hetherington has been called on to relieve Vince Dolcemaccio. Hetherington will pitch against Zalesnik, who's 1 for 2 with a run scored. First offering swung on and fouled out of play for a strike. On the season, Hetherington, a freshman right-hander for the Yellow Jackets, has appeared in 18 games with a 5-1 record, 8 saves, 1 start. Over 42 innings, he's allowed 26 hits, 16 runs, 12 earned. He has 43 strikeouts against 20 walks, 9.21 strikeouts per 9 innings average, and a 2.57 ERA. Counts even at 1-1, and now a foul ball just short of the backstop makes it a 1-2 count. That ball couldn't have gotten more than 10 feet off the ground, and Moneke did not have any chance of trying to get out of his catcher's stance to track that pop fly down. So 1-2 now. Hetherington against Zalesnik. The tying run is on second base. Hetherington's pitch is high and inside. Ball 2, that'll even the count. The 2-2 pitch swung on and grounded to second base. It's fired over to Anastasio at first for the out, and that will end the Catholic University threat here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, but not before they played another run on the second home run of the day by Mitchell Johnson. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, 6th inning action for you right here. It's NCAA Division III Regional Tournament Baseball at Baldwin Wallace University on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Welcome back to Fisher Field at Baldwin Wallace University. Matt Florjancic on the call of today's NCAA Division III Regional Tournament baseball action as the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and Catholic University of America Cardinals face off in an elimination game, the first elimination game of the day. And it's the top half of the sixth inning with Sam Fairhurst on for his second inning of relief for the Cardinals. He allowed one walk in his first inning of work, and he's going up against the number 9 hitter in the Yellow Jacket lineup, Matt Terzola, the shortstop. Terzola fouls the second offering at the plate right into the mask of the catcher, Steve Thomas. Terzola down in the count 0-2. Thomas getting some time from the umpire as he walks the ball out to the pitcher's mound, allowing Thomas some time to regather himself. And the umpire, credit him, he did an immediate check on Thomas to say, hey, you okay? That one caught you right square in the helmet. And Thomas shook him off and said, I'm good to go. 0-2 pitch, swung on and hit to left field. Medium deep, but it'll be caught for the out by Mitchell Johnson. That'll bring the Yellow Jackets back to the top of the order, where Joey Marisek will hit. He's bunted into a ground out, fouled out to the first baseman, and reached on an error in the fourth inning. First offering, wide and low for a ball. Fairhurst's next offering, swung on, and it's a high chopper off the base. McCarthy will gather it in time to fire it down to first for the out and retire Marisek 6-3. That will bring Mally Kilbane, the designated hitter, up to the plate. Kilbane 1 for 2. He had a single and scored a run in the first inning, struck out looking in the third, and then was hit by a pitch in the fourth. He'll line the first pitch that he sees to right field, and it'll drop down for a single. That's Kilbane's second hit of the game. And he'll keep the sixth inning going for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. That will bring up Nick Clark, the number 3 hitter in the lineup for the Yellow Jackets. He's reached base all 3 times today, had a 2-run homer in the top half of the first inning, then drew a walk with 1 out in the third, and then had an RBI single to right field in the fourth. He looks at a ball off the plate for the first pitch. Fairhurst comes set at the belt. Comes home with a delivery. Clark swings and grounds it to first. It is snared by Burton, and then he will get up and calmly jog to first base to tag the bag and end the Yellow Jacket half of the sixth inning. While we have this opportunity, I want to remind you that today's NCAA Division III regional baseball games at Baldwin Wallace University are being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. University Hospitals, Straczynski Sports Medicine Institute, proud official healthcare provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes, and Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's games are brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893, Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider, Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University, Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics, Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, a great place before or after any Yellow Jacket event, and Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. You're enjoying today's NCAA Division III regional baseball games on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Jake Hetherington on in relief. He came on for the final out of the fifth inning. Threw just 5 pitches. before getting a ground out from Derek Zalesnik. It'll be hitters 8, 9, and 1 due up here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. Catholic University trailing the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets 6-5. Check that. Jake Hetherington has been spelled, and they will bring on the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. Will bring on a new arm out of the bullpen, and that will be number 23, Garrett Miller, the senior right-hander. Has made 15 appearances with 4 starts. He has a 2-3 record with 1 save, over 38.1 innings of work. He's allowed 27 earned runs and has a 6.34 earned run average with a 9.86 strikeouts per 9 innings average, 42 Ks against 14 walks. Foul at the plate by Elwell. And that'll even the count at 1-1. Miller winds and fires. And it's hit down the left field line. This will be extra bases. Elwell digging for second, and he will pull up with a stand-up double to lead off things here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. Justin McCarthy will come up to bat. McCarthy came on in the fourth inning as a pinch hitter for Matt Perlin and struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Miller comes set. Bunt attempt pulled back. It's a called strike on McCarthy. The Yellow Jackets pinching in at the corners. Clark at third and Anastasio at first. Both started on the grass. Now bunt attempt to McCarthy, or from McCarthy. Miller fields it, throws it down to first. It pulls Anastasio off the bag. So the runner is safe, and he moves Elwell up 90 feet as well. That'll bring the Cardinals back to the top of the order for Steve Thomas, who is 2 for 3. After striking out looking in the first, had a 2-run double in the second, and another double in the fourth. McCarthy awarded a single on the bunt as Thomas looks at a called strike. Catholic University just 90 feet away from tying this game at 6. Miller's next offering in there for called strike 2. Miller quickly ahead 0-2. The 0-2 from Miller. Check swing, and it's just off the outside corner. The Yellow Jackets thought Miller had rung him up, but not so fast. This at-bat will continue. Miller checks the runner down at first. Comes set at the belt, comes to the plate, and this one is swung on and fouled into the parking lot that lines Fisher Field. The 0-2 misses high. Actually, check that. That was a 1-2 pitch that missed high. That'll even account at 2-2 now. Miller checks the runner down at first, gives him a second look. Comes set at the belt. Comes to the plate with the pitch. And the off-speed breaking ball is fouled out of play. We'll do it again at 2-2. The 2-2 is in there for a call. Strike 3. Miller freezes Thomas for the first out of the inning. And now Zach Burton will come up with runners at the corners and one down here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Burton has grounded out to the left side of the infield 3 times today, first to the shortstop and then back-to-back ground outs to Nick Clark down at third. First pitch in there for a called strike. Miller's next offering is swung on and fouled straight back to the screen. 0-2 on Burton. Miller checks the runner down at first. That's McCarthy. Comes home with the delivery. Misses wide in the opposing batter's box, and good snag by Monique to prevent that from going to the backstop. Miller's pitch, runner goes. That is swung on and belted to deep left field. And it will get down off the mitt of Marisek. That'll score a tying run, the go-ahead run on the way, and he is in as well. McCarthy scores all the way from first. It's a 2-run double by Zach Burton to put Catholic University in front 7-6. That'll bring Mitchell Johnson to the plate. And all Johnson has done today is go 2 for 3 with 2 home runs, 2 solo bombs to lead off the 3rd and 5th innings, respectively. Stoppage in play. The runner at second base did something that drew the ire of the Yellow Jackets, and now he's getting a dressing down from the umpire. That's a pretty one-sided conversation. Now the head coach for Catholic University of America, Ross Natoli, who's in his 39th season at Catholic University, the 1981 George Washington University grad. Now wants a conversation with the umpires. First, the home plate umpire. Now the umpire that was down at second is speaking with the head coach. Mitchell Johnson at the plate. Johnson with 2 home runs on the day. A third would build on this lead. 1 down here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Miller's pitch misses low and inside. It's 2-0 count for Mitchell Johnson. Miller checks second, comes set at the belt, comes to the plate, swing, and a miss with the off-speed breaking pitch on the inside. Miller checks the runner at second once more. Now again, before coming to the plate, gives Johnson a chase on a check swing, and a ball that was low and outside. So that'll even the count at 2-2. Miller checks the runner twice at second, comes to the plate with the 2-2. It's swung on and fouled out of play. We'll do it again at 2-2. Well, there's 2-2. Swung on and hit to left field. Marisek will make the catch for the out, the second out of the inning. The runner is forced to go back to second base. That'll bring up the designated hitter and the cleanup hitter for the Cardinals, Logan Elbacher, who is 2 for 3 on the day, has a double and a run scored in the second, grounded out to short in the third, and then in the fifth had a single to center field. Runner at second base. Already Catholic with 2 runners in to take a 7-6 lead. The insurance run standing on second base. The first pitch to Elbacher is a strike. Miller checks the runner down at second. Checks him again. Comes to the plate. Gets a swing. Gets Elbacher to swing, and the right fielder for the Yellow Jackets overruns the ball. It's line to the wall, and that's an RBI double for Catholic University. Three runs in now for Catholic University, and they lead at 8-6 over the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Sammy Berman, the center fielder, the number 5 hitter in this lineup, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3. He lined out to center field, then struck out looking, and then popped out to Joey Marisek in left field. The first pitch from him, he lines it into center field for a base hit. Runner coming home. Throw is there, and Monique with the tag, and the runner is called safe at the plate. Monique thought he had the runner. It was a heck of a throw by Rittlinger and Eyrider, but nothing doing. The inning continues as the RBI single drives in Elbacher. Jesse Lacefield now coming to the plate, and the Yellow Jacket pitching coach will make his way to the mound. With Catholic University plating 4 runs and still going here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. They now lead at 9-6 over the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. The conversation on the mound is over, and we will resume play here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 out, 1 on, 4 in for the Cardinals. And Lacefield will hit it into short right field and bail out the Yellow Jackets as it's tracked down by second baseman Noah English for the 3rd and final out of the inning, but not before Catholic University sends 8 to the plate, scores 4, and takes a 9-6 lead over the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, the 7th inning of action here between Catholic University and Baldwin Wallace University in this elimination game in the 2024 NCAA Regional Baseball Tournament. Welcome back, everyone, to Fisher Field at Baldwin Wallace University. It's NCAA Division III baseball regional tournament action. It's an elimination game as the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and Catholic University of America Cardinals each look to stave off elimination and extend their season by at least one game. In the top half of the seventh inning, the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets will send hitters 4, 5, and 6 to the plate. Max Anastasio, Dennis Rittlinger, Nyrider, and Noah English will head to the plate. Anastasio will lead it off with the Yellow Jackets trailing 9-6 after Catholic University plated 4 runs in the bottom half of the sixth inning. Inside pitch nearly hits Anastasio. It does not, but it's wide of the strike zone for a ball. Sam Fairhurst on for his third inning of relief. Splits the strike zone with that second offering to even the count at 1-1. Fairhurst's next offering does hit Anastasio. So Yellow Jackets get the lead runner on via the hit batsman. Dennis Rittlinger Nyrider comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3. A strikeout looking, a fly out to center field, and a pop out to the shortstop. Fairhurst's first offering is high and wide for a ball. Next pitch hits the inside corner for a strike. They'll even the count at 1-1. Fairhurst comes to the plate. Hits the outside corner for a strike. Rittlinger Nyrider down in the count, 1-2. Next pitch misses wide. 2-2 is the count. Fairhurst gets Rittlinger Nyrider to swing over top and miss for the strikeout. Noah English will come to the plate. English has reached base all 3 times today, 2 walks and a single. He has 2 stolen bases, and he scored 2 runs for the Yellow Jackets. Looks at a called first pitch strike. Next offering misses wide and low for a ball. That'll even the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch in there for called strike, 1-2. The 1-2 misses low. They'll even the count at 2-2. The pitch is on the way and it's fouled straight back. No English didn't miss it by much. Put it right to the screen. That ball misses, and that will run the count full at 3-2. Runner is off, and the pitch misses low and wide. Ball 4. Now we have another pinch hitter for the Yellow Jackets. Number 33, Ryan Gordon, will come up to the plate. The freshman infielder has appeared in 10 games. Coming into the NCAA tournament with 6 hits and 8 at-bats with 1 double, 1 home run, and 6 RBI. He represents the tying run here. The umpire informing the Catholic University Cardinals bench of the change, as well as the scorer's table after a brief conversation with Coach Brian Harrison of the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. He will put his mask on, and we are back underway. Fairhurst working against Gordon. Yellow Jackets have pinch hit 3 times out of this number 7 spot in this game. Fairhurst checks the runner down at second, comes to the plate with the delivery, misses wide of the strike zone, ball 1. Fairhurst's next offering, swung on, grounded to third. His third baseman steps on the bag, throws across the diamond, and gets the double play to end the Yellow Jacket threat. 5-3 Lacefield does it once more. Just an outstanding defensive performance by Jesse Lacefield down at third base. And that quells the Yellow Jacket rally. They leave 1 runner on base. And they will take a 9-6 deficit into the bottom of the 6th inning, and they will have another pitcher on in relief. Garrett Miller went 1 inning and surrendered 4 runs, all of which were earned. Coming on to pitch for the Yellow Jackets is senior right-hander Matt Sabin. He's made 14 appearances, all in relief. He has a 2-1 record with 2 saves over 23.1 innings of work. He's allowed 26 hits, 14 runs, only 8 of which were earned, and 11 walks against 20 strikeouts. He has a 7.71 strikeouts per 9-inning average and a 3.09 earned run average with a 1.59 whip. Walks and hits per 9 innings of work, or per innings pitched, I should say. due up for Catholic University in this inning. Hitters 7, 8, and 9. And another defensive substitution to report as Reed Fleming has gone in at left field for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. The first pitch is swung on and missed by Zalesnik, who is 1 for 3 on the day. He has a single to center field and a run scored in the second inning. He lifts a fly ball to a short center field, and it will be corralled by Rittlinger Nyrider for the first out. Reed Fleming is in left field now, and Joey Marisek has moved over to right for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. The first offering to Elwell from Sabin is off the outside corner for a ball. Elwell 3 for 3 on the day, 2 singles to left field and a double down the left field line with a run scored in the bottom of the 6th inning. The next pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Elwell took a long step out of the batter's box and was told very quickly that you might want to get back to home plate. He's quickly down in the count with 2 strikes. Sabin winds and fires. It's swung on and lined right to the second baseman for the out. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Justin McCarthy will come on is the third batter of the inning, I should say. He came on in the 4th inning, struck out swinging in that at-bat, but then had a bunt single and a run scored in the 4-run 6th inning. Sabin's first pitch misses low, ball 1. Sabin winds and fires. Bunt down the third base line. Barehanded play. Throw over to first and gets the out. Sabin with a great defensive play off the mound to record the third and final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3. Go the Cardinals, and that is the first time that has happened since inning number 1. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll have 8th inning action for you in this elimination game in the 2024 NCAA Division III Baseball Regional Tournament at Baldwin Wallace University. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fisher Field at Baldwin Wallace University. Matt Florjancic on the call of today's NCAA Division III Regional Tournament Baseball Championship action as the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and Catholic University of America Cardinals battle in the first of 2 elimination games today. BW coming to bat in the 8th inning, down 9-6, and they send hitters 8, 9, and 1 to the plate. Mark Monicky working against Sam Fairhurst, who's in his 4th inning of relief for the Cardinals. And the first pitch missed on the outside corner. Second pitch, that hits the outside corner to even the count at 1-1. Monarchy on the day, 0 for 2. He drops a bunt down the third base line. Lacefield scoops it, fires it over, and gets the out. Lacefield is an outstanding third baseman who continues to make play after play. The Yellow Jackets have tested him with 3 bunts, and each time he has come up aces. Matt Terzola comes to the plate with 1 down, nobody on here in the top of the 8th inning. Looks at a first pitch ball off the outside corner. Second pitch misses low. Fairhurst behind 2-0. Terzola takes all the way, misses on the inside. It's a 3-0 count now for the Yellow Jacket shortstop, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI double. He's reached on an error and had an RBI on that play as well, as it would have been an RBI ground out before the throwing error, and then he flew out to left field. He was taken all the way, and now the string is out as he took 2 straight strikes to run the count full at 3-2. Terzola swings and hits a high chopper over the mound. It'll be fielded by the shortstop, McCarthy. He fires over to first and records the out for the second out of the inning. That'll bring Joey Marisek to the plate. The right fielder is 0 for 4 on the day. He's reached on an error in the 4th inning. He's bunted into a ground out 5-3, grounded out to shortstop, and fouled out to the first baseman. The first pitch catches the inside corner for a strike. Fairhurst next offering, check swing, and the appeal down to first. Marisek was able to hold up. The next pitch misses low. 4 ball. It's 2-1 now on the Yellow Jacket leadoff hitter in the lineup, Joey Marisek. Fairhurst next offering misses low as well. 3-1 count against Joey Marisek. Fairhurst next offering in the strike zone. That'll run the count full at 3-2. Fairhurst next offering, swung on and skied on the right side. Well, the infielder will sneak into foul territory and be tracked down by the second baseman, Derek Zalesnik, for the out. And that will do it for the Yellow Jacket half of the 8th inning. They go 1, 2, 3. And we'll have just one more chance at it, trying to extend this game and their season in the top half of the 9th inning. Coming up to bat in the bottom half of the 8th inning, hitters 1, 2, and 3 for the Catholic University Cardinals. While we have this break in the action, I want to remind you that today's NCAA Division III regional tournament games are being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. University Hospital, Straczynski Sports Medicine Institute, proud official healthcare provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes, and Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's games are also brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, a great place before or after any Yellow Jacket event. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. You're enjoying today's NCAA Division III baseball championship games on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Matt Saban on for his second inning of relief. He did not allow an earned run or a walk in that first inning. He faces Steve Thomas, who on the first pitch grounds to Clark down at third, and he fires over to Anastasio for the out. One pitch and one out here in the eighth inning. Now, first baseman Zach Burton comes to the plate after grounding out to the left side of the infield 3 times, first to short, then twice to third. He had a 2-run double in the 6th inning that initially put Catholic University ahead before they tallied a couple more RBI in the inning. The first pitch from Saban is low for a ball. Saban's next offering misses low as well. That ball is skied to right field where Marisek runs underneath it and corrals it for the out. And that will bring Mitchell Johnson to the plate, who has had himself a ball game. He is 2 for 4 with 2 solo home runs leading off the 3rd and 5th innings respectively. He first hit one deep to right field in the right center field gap and then absolutely clobbered the 5th inning shot over the wall in left center. The first pitch to him is low and inside for a ball. Second pitch is out of the strike zone as well. You don't want to fall behind to Mitchell Johnson, and that's exactly what Matt Saban has done, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch on the inside corner for a strike, 3-1. The next pitch caught the outside or inside corner as well. And Mitchell Johnson will have to go pick up his bat as he tossed it toward the Catholic University dugout and then was a third of the way down the base paths before he had to come back. The 3-2 pitch swung on, chopped to Clark at third, picks the high hop, fires it over to Anastasio for the out, and that will end the Catholic University half of the 8th inning. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, 9th inning action for you. It's the last chance for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets to extend their season. Welcome back to Fisher Field at Baldwin Wallace University, everyone. Matt Florjancic on the call of this elimination game here in the 2024 NCAA Division III Baseball Regional Tournament. The Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets down to their final inning, and they are behind on the scoreboard to Catholic University of America 9-6. It'll be hitters 2, 3, and 4. Due up for the Yellow Jackets, designated hitter Mally Kilbane will lead it off. He takes a look at a called first pitch strike. Kilbane, 2 for 3 with 2 singles, a run scored. He was also hit by a pitch, so he's reached base in 3 of his 4 trips to the plate. And he takes a look at a second pitch from Sam Fairhurst that splits the strike zone as well. He's quickly down in an 0-2 hole. Yellow Jackets need some base runners, down by 3. Fairhurst's next offering swung on and hit to left field, and it will be caught by Mitchell Johnson. Nick Clark comes up to bat. The third baseman has reached 3 times. He's hit a home run, a 2-run home run in the first inning, and followed it up with a walk and then an RBI single in the 4th inning, and then grounded out to first base in the 6th. Three infielders pulled to the right side. The shortstop is acting as a de facto second baseman, while the second baseman acts as a short right fielder. The first pitch to Clark is in there for a strike. Fairhurst's next attempt on the outside corner for a strike. Clark quickly in an 0-2 hole. Fairhurst not messing around. 2 straight hitters for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets have been in an 0-2 hole. The next offering to Clark, swung on and hit to center field. That is going to get down for a hit. Clark with a wide turn, and then heads back to first base, I should say, with a single. That'll bring first baseman Max Anastasio to the plate. Anastasio 0 for 3. He flew out to right field, struck out looking in the 3rd, then grounded into a double play in the 4th before reaching base on a hit batter to lead off the 7th inning. Fairhurst's first offering is low and outside for a ball. Next pitch misses low and outside for a ball as well. Anastasio ahead in the count 2-0. Fairhurst's next offering misses low and outside as well. 3-0 count. Fairhurst's next offering hits the strike zone. It's 3-1 count now on Anastasio. Next offering, swung on and hit foul. Anastasio thought he ripped a double down the left field line, and so did the Yellow Jacket faithful. But the umpire said, no, that ball went to the left of the third base bag. And that will run the count full at 3-2. So after falling behind 3-0 in the count, Fairhurst has battled back and now is 1 pitch away from getting setting Anastasio down. The offering is high and inside. Ball 4. The tying run will come to the plate for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. And we will have a pinch hitter as Colin West will be sent to the plate to pinch hit for Rittlinger Nyrider. West came into the NCAA tournament 13 for 33 at the plate in 17 games. His 7 runs scored, 4 doubles, no home runs, 7 RBI. He's worked 1 walk against 4 strikeouts and hitting .394. And now a brief conversation will take place on the mound with Fairhurst, the catcher, and a member of the coaching staff. So the tying run is at the plate for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. 1 down, 2 on here in the top half of the 9th inning. Catholic with a 9-6 lead over Baldwin Wallace. The first pitch from Fairhurst misses wide of the strike zone. Ball 1. The next offering swung on and missed, strike 1. Fairhurst checks the runner down at second, comes to the plate, misses the inside corner for a ball, 2-1. Fairhurst again with a check down to second, then comes to the plate, misses wide and low, 3-1. Fairhurst 3-1 offering, swung on, grounded through the hole and short. It took a wicked hop. Now the run, 1-1 will score. As coming around is Nick Clark. Anastasio only advanced to second. The ball short hopped. McCarthy at short got into left field and allowed the Yellow Jackets to get a run in. And Noah English will take a step back to the Yellow Jacket dugout as Catholic makes a pitching change. Fairhurst, an outstanding performance in relief. 4.1 innings of work, 1 earned run allowed, 1 strikeout. The 3 walks did hurt him a little bit in terms of pitch count as it racked him up to about a 76 pitch count. He allowed 3 hits and so far a 1 earned run, but he is responsible for the 2 Yellow Jackets on the base paths. That would be Max Anastasio down at second and Colin West out at first. Coming on to pitch for Catholic University is Brendan Martin. Martin, 0-2 in 12 appearances. He has 2 saves, over 13.2 innings of work. He's allowed 13 runs, 6 of which were earned, 18 hits, 10 walks against 19 strikeouts. He's given up 6 extra base hits and has a 3.95 earned run average. So English will be back up at the plate for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. And he has 2 runners on. They represent the tying runs. He represents the go-ahead run. 1 down here in the top half of the 9th inning. Baldwin Wallace trailing Catholic University of America 9-7. Martin's first pitch misses wide of the strike zone for a ball. The next offering in the strike zone to even the count at 1-1. Runners take off. English flares it into right field. Runners are going to have to hustle back, and they will be doubled up to end the game. Baldwin Wallace lines into a season-ending double play. The number one team in this regional pod has seen their season come to an abrupt end as they fall to Catholic University of America 9-7. Catholic University of America advances. They will play in Game 5 this afternoon, which is tentatively scheduled for a 3:30 p.m. start. They will get the losing team of the matchup between Penn State Bearnd and the Adrian Bulldogs, who will battle in the winner's bracket. That winner's bracket game is tentatively scheduled for a noon start. We'll be here shortly before the start of that game on bwyellowjackets.com and OAC TV. Taking a look at some final statistics for you. From a batting perspective, Logan Elbacher led the way for the Cardinals with a 3-for-4 performance at the plate. He had 2 doubles, while Steve Thomas went 2-for-5 with 3 RBI and 2 doubles. Zach Burton had 2 RBI. Mitchell Johnson had 2 RBI as well, thanks to 2 solo home runs that led off the 3rd and 5th innings, respectively. The line score is this: Catholic University 9 runs, 15 hits, and 2 errors. Baldwin Wallace 7 runs on 8 hits. BW sees their final record go to 36-10 on the year. They have been eliminated from the NCAA Division III baseball tournament. Catholic University of America improves to 32-13 on the year, and they are not done as they have one more game to be played today. It's another elimination game. Their backs are against the wall. They'll take on the losing team between the Adrian Bulldogs and Penn State Bearnd University Lions. That game, once again, tentatively scheduled for a noon start. We'll have it here for you on bwyellowjackets.com and OAC TV. Until then, thanks for watching Game 3 of this regional tournament. I'm Matt Florjancic saying have a great day, everybody.